Good afternoon, Postal family. How's everybody doing? My name is Saeed. Welcome back to my channel. What's going on this beautiful Thursday? Thursday Free Talk. Today's story comes out of Scranton, Pennsylvania, where apparently he's a carrier. The story didn't say. Carrier was called by his supervisor to bring a note, turned violent, threats came, and then we'll get onto that. But first, if you're new to the channel, my name is Saeed. Postal content is what I do, love to do. Thanks everybody for all the support. Keep giving me the thumbs up, smash that hype button. Appreciate all you do, guys. Thanks so much. Like always, keep them comments coming. I learn a lot from you guys, individual lives, postal careers, all the blessings, everything you guys share. Thanks so much. Thumbs up to that. Keep it coming. Everything I say on here is from my views, my research. I don't speak on behalf of USPS Post Office in any of my videos. So this story out of Scranton, Pennsylvania, just one of those things. We all know what the stress we go through with management, and needless to say, I don't gotta say anymore. That's stressful situation. This carrier at home, he's been off. His kids were sick. So the supervisor calls him up, says, bring a note in. Apparently he had multiple, absences. This is something you never do as a carrier or any position. He gets on the phone and says, I'm coming over there in 2 hours to take your life. I'm packing. This is the worst case scenario. You cannot do this. Now this guy has lost his career. There's probably going to be a misdemeanor on his record. So future chances of getting a job become, risky. So, granted, your supervisor called you for a note, but you also had multiple absences. The story doesn't share exact technicalities, how many days off he had, but he did threaten the supervisor. He came in, then he was headed out, apparently loaded up, and then was headed out to another station where police took custody of him. And when he went in front of a judge, 50,000 arraignment, something like that, bailout, and now he's in big trouble. This is exactly something, is discouraged. Granted, there's a lot of stress in our line of work. We get calls by management. But, best thing he could have done, just don't take the call, man. I mean, if you're going to make a threat like that, you got to think ahead. Now, you are calling out because of your kids. Now, what's going to happen to your kids? You're locked up, man. You got to think. You got to be mature in those situations. I know it's extremely hard that anger takes over. We don't know what his personal story is with this supervisor. Most likely it is stressful, anger all the time, certain things that management tells us to do, and out of the rules. So it is very frustrating. You can get angry easily, but this right here is way above the lines. You don't threaten anybody. And specifically, you don't tell them I'm gonna be there, I'm packing. This is not the language you can use. Best case for this guy, just don't take the call. Why did you take the call? And then you ruined your career now, man. So we all get angry. The message of the story is this is something you cannot do. You won't get away with it. I mean, the manager, regardless, supervisor, what they're doing their job. This is what they're being paid to do. But from the supervisor standpoint too, I mean, supervisors and managers automatically go to the phone like it's USPS provided. I mean, they automatically, why was the supervisor calling this guy and then saying bring a note in? He's at home, his kids are sick, whatever his personal reason is that led to him, threatening. That this was sounds like it was building up for a long time, this frustration in this employee, this carrier. So just he let everything go that day. I mean, he was probably stressed out at home too. We don't. His personal stuff was not shared. It's just story just says he's been calling out a few times, and then supervisor called him and said to bring a note. That's when this guy completely lost it and said, I'm packing. I'm coming over there in 2 hours to take your life. This is, people take that very seriously. Even if you're very friendly with your supervisor, manager, jokes, you've known them for many years. All of a sudden, if you say something like this, they will definitely call the authorities, man. I mean, they don't know what your mind situation is at that time. And like I said, even if you know the supervisor manager for many years, you joke with them always, all that good stuff. But when it comes life-threatening situation, nobody takes it lightly. This guy, carrier, making a living at the USPS, now he's locked up. $50,000 that his family needs to get him out. And even if he comes out, there's this trial is going to be pending, misdemeanor on his record. God help him get a job. He's got a family, obviously, so this is something is highly discouraged. Like I said, the stress factor is there, the levels of stress we go through. But at the end of the day, the supervisor manager is just doing their job. Granted, they're not using something that USPS issued. They like, calling, and they think it's automatic for the employee to answer. You got to realize, that phone is not given by USPS. It's up to the employee to answer. This guy sounds like he always answers his supervisor. It's just when he answered, he was in a total, had completely lost it, stressed out, anger took over. Probably if he waited a minute and think about what he's saying, he could have turned the situation off, just take the easy way out, say, okay, fine, I will bring a note in. All is good. Supervisor will hang up. Everything is good. You come back, you hand the note in. But this pattern sounds like it's been building up for a while now, the situation. I mean, employee is just not going to break down and make a threat like that. Obviously, it's been building up for some time now. That's what I'm assuming. No employee, unless they're, mentally something is going on, they're really bad. They will make a life threat against somebody like that. And on top of that, say I have a gun. You can't do that. You just can't do that. This is bad on his part. He just lost it, and he made a serious mistake. You cannot just, by any means, you can't do that. Obviously, you're going to get into a lot of trouble. And now your family is going to be stranded. If you're the sole provider, you didn't think about them. And how they're going to arrange this $50,000 for you to come out. Even when you come out, there's this trial lingering. And then on top of that, granted, depending on the judge, how you get, you're still going to get that misdemeanor on your record. And every place looks at your record, and they're going to look at this very seriously. So, end of the day, you're best to avoid, no matter how much stressed you are, just don't answer the phone, man. Just don't answer. Like I said, phone is not provided. Why did he answer? And to make a threat like that, it's just you're handing your career off, and now you got a misdemeanor. So one of those things reminds us, always control our emotions, no matter how much stress we go through on a daily basis in our line of work. Doesn't matter, clerk, mail handler, all the positions, they have a supervisor manager. Those supervisor manager have a job to do. So if that causes stress, then, you got a lot of employees, a lot of us learn how to control it. In the beginning when I was hired, obviously, those angers, issues with management, all those came and went. The anger, the loud voice replies, but I learned from it. I moved on. Now, no matter what the situation is, I'm calm because been there, done that many years now. And, this can be said same about a lot of employees. They know how to control it now. There's some that, are fairly new that I notice in my station that lose it quite easily. Something you say a few times at them that they don't like. After loading the truck, they would come back and, let their anger out, handing the 96, whatnot. So you gotta be over that. You gotta think about your family, why you're there. You're there to make money for your family. So anything you say, keep it at least at that level. You don't go out of hand and threaten somebody's life. Never ever do that. At the end of the day, that supervisor is laughing, sitting there. They're making their money. They just called doing their job. And this guy lost it. On to the next guy. They don't care. You lost your career now, man. Like I said, prayers to this guy. He's supporting his family, but he's in a little bit of trouble now. Once he comes out with that misdemeanor, God help him get a job at least, But who knows? Maybe NALC can get him back even in the post office. So, but that's a bit, depending on his situation. I don't know. He might not be through with the post office. Who knows? There can be things done. The supervisor can have a big heart, maybe, to say highly unlikely. But I'm saying, different things happen in life. Supervisor or manager might have liked something in his work that he does. They might forgive him this time around, considering his stress, his family issue, why he was calling out again and again for his family. There is some kind of issue. So multiple things could be done, but we wanna pray for this guy. We wanna wish him the best. This story from Pennsylvania that I'm going over just shows the stress level and what not to do in this stressful situation. Best case scenario, control yourself or don't even answer the phone now, man. Come back next day, they will tell you the same thing right there on your face anyway, man. You're at home, you're home with your kids, your situation. Every phone nowadays, we all know has a caller ID. You know who's calling, such and such supervisor. Apparently this guy, like most of us, we automatically just without even thinking, we answer the phone. And the supervisor just happened to catch him at a really, really stressed out time. Anger took over, and then he didn't think, mistake is made, threatened the supervisor with his life, even said, I'm coming there in 2 hours. Then police, of course, arrested him. Supervisor is not going to sit there with a threat like that. Obviously called the authorities. And this guy is locked up. Now the family has to come up with $50K to get him out. And it's just a bad situation. Just a bad situation. We all know it can happen very easily. But you keep it to a certain level. This is above level. You never, ever threaten somebody. You don't even think about doing that because there's a lot of trouble. There's a law, and your career is there. With the threat like this, I don't know how much NALC can do about it, if anything. So one of those things we're looking at. That was my story that covering right now. Other than that, different stuff going on. The heat is coming, guys. Heat is on the way. We got on the 9th, we have the food drive, the annual food drive that I've come to like in my recent years, simply because it's for a good cause. That May 9th, the Saturday we do, okay, there's a lot of bags, a lot of food. You all share your pictures from the different stations in the country. In the magazine we get quarterly, the Postal Record. That they put all the pictures of different stations, people sharing all their pictures. It's a good cause, man. Everybody with smiles, helping out the needy. That Saturday, the second Saturday in May annually, it's a lot of people don't even show up that day, to be honest. Just come in, man. It's for a good cause. I know you're gonna work your muscles a little bit more, but what? It's helping out the needy. Once you get back to your station, there's people right there in most stations I know that are there. They're gonna do the offloading for you. So technically, you're just loading, throwing the food in the back of your truck. When you get back to the station, you're standing on the side. You don't have to, but there's people there offloading, your truck for you. And so it's overall for a good cause. I don't have no issues with this food drive annually. It's for a good cause, like I keep saying. And, it's a wonderful event. We got to help the needy the best we can. It makes for a good image in front of God, of course. So these are the things that are going on right now. Rap sessions with Renford, of course, with big smile on his face, making the 6 figures off of our union dues, of course. Just riding out his end of his 10-year presidency. Cariff is making his statements, making his case strong. Henry is there, who I'm with. So things are heating up, literally. I mean, with the weather, May coming around, literally heating up. And the races, the Lions are coming. Throw that out there. So we'll see which way the NALC president race goes. Always say they're neck and neck right now. May the best man win. So, and our a lot of different stories coming out. There's an update on that Amazon USPS deal that I gotta get into in a separate video. And that's something about that deal. It says it's not a good thing. So I know we're getting 80% from Amazon, not 100%. So, but as of right now, as far as my station, we haven't seen our regular Amazon volume even with this deal. Granted, the actual deal, the contract ends in October. So right now, I think still Amazon has its own people delivering most of the volume. So we haven't seen that what we used to have before all this when Amazon took their packages away. So that's what's going on. Just want to share this story out of Scranton. What not to do as an employee if you get a call about bringing in a note. You never lose your control. You never ever threaten anybody and then lose your career over it. So that's what I'm sharing. Anyways, guys, please take care of yourselves. Like I always say, once you punch in the morning, you want to safely punch out and go home to your families. Each of us, when we go out on these routes, we're by ourselves. And a lot of you comments from previous videos have said we need to be able to carry concealed weapons. That's not going to happen. Post office is not going to allow that. So all we got is that literally the dog spray. And may God protect us all always. Mail handlers, clerks, always you included. You guys doing a good job. It takes a full unit effort to make it happen on a daily basis. Clerks and mail handlers do their things. Then the truck drivers bring the mail to all of us in the different stations. That's how the job gets done. And awesome job, everybody. Awesome, proud to be a carrier among the force. And that's it. So just wanted to bring the story that I ran across. Anything I run across, I want to share, I go ahead and get it done on a video. So I'll keep tabs on all news coming as far as post office. Right now we're waiting for the answer from Congress as far as if they're going to give us the bailout or not. And just taking it day at a time, man. I mean, the main postmaster general has said, last thing he said, we're going to run out of cash few months, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get that bailout we're asking for. I mean, Congress is not going to just sit there and ignore this big of a thing, but a lot of different people are saying that it looks like he's lying. I mean, to just get that bailout money. So we'll see which way the tide turns, sort of speaking. Until next time, this is Mailman Syed. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you on the next take. God bless.